Move the flesh of the buttocks away from the buttock bones. One at a time. As you do, noticing what changes, how the spine hopefully becomes more upright. Taking the fingertips by the sides, lift the navel, lift the chest up. Open and spread the collarbones from center to sides. Rolling the outer shoulders back and down, and the shoulder blades deepen against the back ribs. So really feel the shoulder blades pressing against the ribs. Look straight forward. And as you breathe out, just allow yourself to become heavy. Allow the gravity to pull you down from the inside. Soften in the groins. Feel the contact between the base of the body and the floor. And then slowly begin to press the tips of the fingers down and also begin to feel the upward force from the ground up. The kind of a sucking up action in the palms of the hands, in the armpits and in the ribs, so that the downward and the upward forces balance each other. When you come to a position of ease where you don't have to work very hard to keep yourself upright, but when everything is tucked up properly, then it's just easy position to be in. And then from the openness of the chest, place your hands in front of you, the roots of your thumb against the chest, fingers slightly away from the chest wall. Relax the upper arms, relax the elbows, keep the chest open. Feeling the light touch between the hands and the touch of the skin spreading from the center of the palms out to the sides, like a starfish. As you close the eyes from top to bottom, looking away from the thinking brain and down towards the heart. Taking a few breaths through the chest, through the heart center. And to see how that feels. Relax the face and all the facial muscles. Widen the space between the eyebrows. Soften the eyelids, let the eyes move back away from the eyelids. Relax the jaws, the tongue, the throat. And then after your next breath in, we'll do the 3 arms together in your own time. As you exhale, bow the head down, again surrendering the brain to the heart. Release the hands to your thighs and listen to the resonance of silence. As you breathe in, lift the head up and open the eyes. And so stretch the legs forward. And cross the legs the other way. And we're going to start with some stretches sitting cross-legged. So if you can sit down lower, then do. If your knees are coming up high, then keep your support. Placing your hands on the tops of the thighs and head forwards and backwards all the way. Back to center, side to side. Back to center as you press the hands down on the thighs, roll the shoulders forwards, up, back, and down. Focusing on the movement back and down, as that's more challenging to do. And release, turn your palms to face up, pressing the backs of the hands down, and then rolling the other way. Back up, forwards, and down. And you can release. And now interlocking the fingers and pressing the hands in front of you, and you can lean down, lean forward, you can bend the elbows so as to bring some weight on your hands, and really feeling the pressure or the contact between the skin of the hands and the floor, and feel how the shape of the palms, and see, can you feel all the different gaps and the mounts of the fingers, and can you feel them? So can you fill all the gaps by pressing the hands down to the floor, trying to mold the hands down to the floor as best you can. And so it feels as if the skin of the palms is expanding from the center out rather than shrinking from the outside in. Yeah. So give yourself a moment to do that, because you know that kind of changes everything, how the arms are going to extend. All right, and then from there, sit upright and keep your awareness in the palms as you stretch your arms forward, as if you were still pressing the floor. And then from there, as you inhale, stretch the arms up, but feel as if you are still pressing the floor with the hands. Still expanding the skin of the palms from the center out. So go on to the completely straighten the arms and try not to shrink the mounts of the fingers. Yeah, so as if you were still pressing the floor. And just noticing how it feels. You feel the difference. And as you exhale, then you can release and just feel the reflection in the body of what you have done. And then interlocking the fingers the other way, all the way to the knuckles. And then again, pressing the hands down to the floor in front of you. And you may feel that one side kind of feels different to the other. So again, can you mold all the mounts of the fingers, all the gaps there to the floor, so the hands are flat down on the floor, and the skin of the palms is expanding from the center out. And then again, keeping the eye of awareness in the palms as you stretch the arms forward. Keep your awareness in the palms as you stretch the arms up with the breath in. And keep going and keep feeling as if you are still pressing the floor. Gripping the outer arms in and keep lengthening, breathing. Soft, smooth breaths through the nose. Noticing how that affects the stretch, the length of the sides of the body, how the arms connect to the side trunk, the openness of the shoulders. And then as you breathe out, then release. After each action, each movement that we do, there is a kind of a reaction in the body, kind of like the body is doing this little shivering inside. I want you to try and catch it each time, right? Now going to the side, taking your right hand down, left arm up and over. And then inhaling, coming up, exhaling, going to the other side. So a few times, side to side. With the breath out. Top arm stays straight, but the bottom arm bent. Yes, so next time you get to your right side, stay on the right. Pressing your left buttock down, extend from the outer left hip, all the way up through the tips of the fingers, rolling the bottom shoulder back and down, bottom ribs are looking at the ceiling, and breathing, soft, smooth breaths through the nose. And really turning, so from the bottom shoulder goes back and down. And the bottom shoulder blade is pressing against the back ribs. From there, so can you turn more? And then inhaling, coming up. And as you exhale, go to your left side one last time. So feel how the weight is on the buttocks. Can you press your right buttock down and extend from the outer right buttock all the way up through the tips of the fingers. Bottom shoulder back and down, and bottom ribs start looking at the ceiling. And so from the bottom shoulder, see how much you can turn. Not sticking your left shoulder forward, yeah? So that needs to stay back. And as you press your left shoulder blade into the body from there, how much can you turn the chest to look up? So the whole right side of the trunk is really lengthening, extending. And then breathing in, you can come back to center. Press the fingers down, lengthening through the front body. And now we're going to turn the spine. Take your left hand to the inside of the left knee. Right fingertips behind as you inhale, making space in the spine. And as you exhale, turn into your right side. As you press your hand against the inner left leg, lift and turn. Then take your hand to the outside of the other leg. Inhale, lifting, exhale and turning. What happens when you look to the opposite side? What happens to the turn of the spine as you look with your eyes to your left while you are turning to the right? Be attentive. And then what happens when you look all the way to the right side? And then inhale, come back to center. Press the fingers down, lengthen through the front, and as you exhale, begin to turn to your left side. So right hand to the inside of the right knee. Inhale, lift, exhale, turn, lifting and turning. And then taking your hand to the outside of the other leg. Breathing in, making space in the spine, and as you breathe out and turning more. Be even still on the sitting bones. And again, just noticing what happens when you look to your right side, so I'm turning to the left. The spine is turning to the left, but looking to the right. Does it help in any way to turn the spine a little more? And then what happens when you turn all the way, looking with your right eye or with your left eye, with your right eye to the left side, sorry. And breathing in, coming back to center. Have whatever you need for your head in front of you. Yeah, so break, maybe standing up. And then coming forward, so stretching the arms forward and up to the ceiling. Lengthening the sides of the body as much as you can from the hips all the way through the tips of the fingers. And then from there, start to come forward, go halfway. Lengthening, extending, reaching through the tips of the fingers. And then from there, take your fingers down, lengthen more, take your hands forward, taking the head down. On whatever height that you have. Yeah, but be grounded through the buttocks, so the buttocks are still heavy. And breathe and feel. Be present. And then as you inhale, coming back to center. Lift the knees up, stretch the legs forward. And one more time, cross the legs the other way. And we're going to come forward one more time. So stretching the arms forward, this time with the palms facing down. And as you inhale, extend up through the tips of the fingers again, palms forward, feeling the difference. There's a kind of more of a stretch now in the anterior spine. Can you feel that? And then from there, start to come forward, go halfway, extend through the tips of the fingers. Keep the buttocks heavy on the floor. And then take your hands down. Keep lengthening. So as I'm pulling the fingers towards me, it helps me to keep lengthening forward. Yeah, so the chest, the spine is still coming forward as I pull the fingers towards me, as I go forward. And then the head down. If you can, once the head is supported, noticing the sense of letting go. Breathing soft, smooth breaths through the nose. So the eyes relax deeper into the eye sockets. And the awareness is moving from the front, from the thinking brain towards the back brain. Spreading around the back body like butter on bread. Okay, and as you inhale, coming back to center. And stretching the legs forward. And let's come into Adho Mukha Virasana. We'll do it a couple of times first, just normally. So be at the center of the back of the mat, taking the big toes together and the knees are hip width apart. Yeah. And then you can move the flesh of the calves back to create a bit more space for the knees as you sit between the heels. And just, when you look forward, you should see the midline of your mat in line with the middle of the body. And then from there, so allow yourself first to sit down, even if the feet don't like it at the start. It's good for them. If you got carpet, it's a bit easier. But even on the hard floor, you can get used to that. And then from there, begin to roll the tips of the fingers forward, keeping the buttocks down as you go. And again, so you can pull the fingers towards you. When I'm pulling my tips of the fingers towards me, I can create more space in the chest. Yeah. Then from there, taking the hands down and the head down. Just breathing, feeling the inner dynamic. Can you feel? So when you breathe out, letting go more of any tension in the hips. And with the breath in, can you still feel that the spine is lengthening gently? Yeah, so slightly with each next breath out, you are reaching forward a little more. So the pose may look static on the outside, but there is a lot going on the inside. All right, and then from here, we will catch hold of the sides of the mat. And you can gather it inside, so your hands are kind of shoulder width apart. Yeah. And then you push the mat with the hands to create more space, like in the toes under. Keep your feet mat width apart. And then coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana, as you slowly begin to lift the buttocks and slowly straightening the knees. And just lifting as high as you can through the buttocks. And just allowing the body to open, to warm up slowly in your first Adho Mukha Svanasana, feeling how it is without any judgment, opinions about what you feel. Just be in the moment, just feel how it is right now. So Carmen, can you bring, as you push the mat, can you take the buttocks back more? And heels up and buttocks up, 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 up. All right, then from there, bend the knees and come down. And this time you're going to have a break. And you may need, let's have 2 breaks. So something you will need for your head. And then break between the feet. So you're going to do similar, but this time you're going to sit on a break. So your heels are not together, but they are apart, with the toes pointing straight back. You can move the flesh of the calves back as you sit. So sitting bones are on your brick. Feel that the sit bones are the same. They feel heavy. Yeah, both feel the same. Do they feel the same, or is one heavier than the other? So just see how that feels. And the feet are by the sides of the hips, pointing back. Toes are pointing straight back. And then from there, then see, can you come forward once more? And it's not going to be as easy now. But walking the tips of the fingers and then bringing the head down onto something. But try, so as you do this, try not to lift the buttocks. So the buttocks are staying down in contact with your brick. So there is a different action now in the hips. It's a bit more intense. There is more of an internal rotation in the hips. Good for your low back. And just breathe through it. See if you can go a little deeper with your breath out, a little further forward. And then from there, take your hands down flat, spread the fingers apart. And we're going to come back up into adho, mukha, savanasa. Yes, just feeling how it is now. You can lift the heels up first, lift the buttocks as high as you can, keeping the hands down flat this time. Pressing the mountain, the index fingers down, lengthening from there. Side body lengthening, buttocks as high as you can get them. All right, and then from there you can walk your hands back to your feet. Yeah, Trikonasana. See if you can concave the back, so as you press the tips of the fingers under your shoulders and hold the shoulders back. Look up with the chest, and then from there, coming up to standing. And get yourself a chair. And we shall work on the dog pose a little bit more with the chair. So first you're going to have the hands looking at each other. So put the outer heels of the hands on towards the back of the chair, walking the feet back. So yeah, so this way. So pushing forward through the arms. The chair may be a good idea to have it against the wall at this point. Tip back a little bit. Right, so hands facing each other. And if you can bring your forearms to the chair, then well and good, you can do that. But it's a dog pose, so it's not uttanasana. Yeah, so you want to bring your feet back, lift the buttocks high, and what I'm trying to get you to do is to really open the chest, to really open the thoracic spine. So rolling the shoulders back, make your legs firm, pull up the knees, and lengthen through the chest. Breathe. And as if you want to push forward through the outer hands. Yeah, you can look forward. All right, and then you can come up. Second time you do it, you're going to have the heels of the hands on the edge of the chair. The hands are down now. Yeah, so heels of the hands on the edge of the chair, walking the feet back. So now it's kind of easier to bring the heels down and adho mukha like this. Heels of the hands on the edge of the chair at the corners, pressing down, pushing forward through the arms, through the hands, and then lengthening from there. See how that you can lengthen the sides of the body, allowing the chest to open. And again, you're working on lengthening and opening the upper spine, the thoracic spine. Pulling up the knees, buttocks high, breathing. Buttocks high, Mary, lift the buttocks. You may have to lift the heels to lift the buttocks. So you don't want to be slouching. All right, and then from there you can come up. And you can take the chair away now for a while. And so with the mat all the way to the wall, get yourself 2 bricks. And we are going to work again from adho Parsvakonasana, but like this, have a look. So you're going to have the bricks down flat, hands on them, and heels, I put my heels against the wall. And the feet are quite wide apart. Yeah? And then from there, I'm going to lift the right foot and bring it forward between my hands. I'm going to stand the bricks up. With the front knee still bent, I roll the shoulders back, I lift the chest up, and then I'm trying to straighten the leg without touching the back like this. Yeah? So one more time. So when I bend the knee, it's easier to get the lift in the chest. Yeah, so concave in the back, and then from there, can I straighten the leg without rounding the back. Yeah. And then bending the knee, bricks down flat, stepping back, try not to make the swishy sound. And then the other side. Yeah, so here is where you get the back concave. Can you maintain it as you straighten the leg? Okay, let me see you. All right, so on the bricks, you can have the heels of the hands kind of on the edge, that you don't slide on them. Yeah, bring them forward more. And then, so as you press the hands down from there, lengthen up, lengthening the armpits, lifting the side body up and back, buttocks high. Pull up the knees, push the thighs back, and press the heels against the wall, Marianne, and try to, so all of you, see if you can bring your heels down as much as you can. If they must lift, that's okay. If the buttocks are dropping, then you've got to lift them. But see how much you can take the heels down without dropping the buttocks. Strong legs as the heels push against the wall. You're creating the stability and strength in your legs. All right, then from there, you're going to bend your right knee, lift the foot, and swing it forward without any swishing mission, and to help it with the hand. All right, keep the front knee bent, stand the bricks up, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, And see, can you concave? Can you make a back bend with the upper back? And also feel the hips are leveled. And then like this, from there, can you begin to straighten the front leg? Yeah, so without rounding. See how easy it is to start round now. So see if you can maintain the straight back as you straighten the front leg. Roll the shoulders back. Make your collarbone smile. Imagine the collarbones are smiling. Yeah, so both knees are straight now. Carmel, front leg is straight. Where are your hands? Are your hands down on the bricks? You could, if it's too low, you could use also maybe a chair or something. All right, and then begin to bend the front knee once more. Take your bricks down on the flat side. Take your hands down on them. And now it's a bit of a challenge to lift the right foot up. Take it back without swishing on the floor. It's a pity I can't hear. I'm sure I wouldn't hear anything. Now lift the buttocks high, make your legs firm, pull up the knees, push the thighs back, breathe. Open the armpits, Michelle. Lift the buttocks high, strong legs, strong legs. Breathe. All right, then from there you're going to bend your left knee, taking the left foot forward. Big step forward. Try not to kind of pause in the middle, but take it all the way between the feet. Keep the front knee bent. Press the fingertips down on the bricks. We'll lift the bricks up higher. Press the fingertips down, roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest, concave the upper back. Take the shoulder blades in against the back ribs. Yeah. Back leg straight though. Lean where your back leg straight. Push the heel down, heel on the floor. And then begin to straighten the front leg. Yeah, straighten the front leg without rounding the back. Can you feel the connection to what happens there? Back leg firm, straight, strong. Front leg straight, Tori now. Front leg straight. Both legs are straight now, so it's Parsvottanasana. And the hips are level. Throw the shoulders back, lift the chest up. See how much space you can create in the front. And then from there, you can bend the front knee, take your blocks down flat again. And without the swishing, can you lift the front foot up and step it back in one go? Bringing both feet against the wall. And feet are quite well apart, heels out, toes in. And breathe. All right, we'll do it one more time, taking it a little deeper. I'll just talk you through it so that we keep kind of flowing. Yeah. So bend your right knee and step it forward between the hands. Yeah. Take your bricks up higher. You do exactly the same like before. Michelle. Come on, what I try. The hips have to be strong to lift. Yeah. Now press the fingers down on the bricks, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, make your collarbones smiley. Yeah. And then with that, can you straighten the leg and see how the back wants to round, but don't let it. The best, yeah, as much as you can, keep it concave. Keep the collarbone smiling. Both legs strong and firm. Keep pushing the back heel against the wall, trying to keep it down towards the floor as best you can. And then listen, so creating more space in the spine, see if you can walk your bricks forward. Walk your hands with the bricks forward, as far forward as you can. Reaching forward with the bricks and the hands on the bricks, keeping the knees straight, both knees are straight. Still the back is straight. And you know, this might be your limit, or can you keep that space in the front body as you bring your hand down to the floor and your forehead down towards the leg more. Yeah, so with that spaciousness, without losing the space, can you come down towards the leg? Back leg straight and strong and firm. Just go to your own limit. Are the hips leveled still? Hips leveled. Both legs straight, front leg straight, Lisa. Pull up the knee. All right, and then bend the front knee once more. Get hold of those bricks. Take them down flat. And step. Yeah, so hands down flat, then lift the foot up without the swishing as you go back into adho Parsvakonasana. Heels out, toes in slightly. Press the heels against the wall. Make your legs firm. Pull up the knees. Put the thighs back. And just be there, feeling how you are, having done that on one side. All right, and then preparing for the second side. So you're going to bend your left knee. Lift the hip high as you step the foot forward all the way between the hands. And take your bricks up higher on the higher side. Press the fingertips down on the bricks, roll the shoulders back, look up with the chest, make your collarbone smile, make your back concave, take your shoulder blades deep in against the back ribs, press them against the back ribs. Feel the hips are leveled, squeezing in towards one another. And then with that, see if you can straighten the front leg. Yeah, without rounding the back. Good, Tori? Yeah, so how much can you straighten? How much can you maintain that straight back? Straight leg, front leg, Lisa. Go on, pull up the knee. I can see on the screen. Can't escape me. All right, and then from there, so going deeper, you're going to walk your bricks forward. And with that, so like this, so think of creating more space in the spine, more length. As you go forward, you are doing it to create more length in the spine. Yeah? Why is the knee down, Michelle? Come on. You taking a little rest there? Both knees are straight, hips are leveled. And then once you've walked forward as much as you can, if you want to go a little further still, that might be enough for you. Or, so you can bring your hands down towards the floor by the side of the foot. And then the head goes towards the shin. Hips are still leveled. And you're breathing. Joyfully. All right, and then again, bend the front knee, reach for the bricks, take them down flat, and you can come back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. See how you are now. How do the legs feel? Hopefully they are feeling a little stronger, a little more open, the backs of the legs. All right, and then you can bend your knees, come down, take a little rest. And we're going to come up to standing. And first, just standing with the back at the wall and with your feet slightly away from the wall. And you're going to bend the knees slightly. Yeah. And here, because it's easier, when my knees are bent, to bring the floating ribs back. So I'm trying to bring the ribs back so that my back doesn't do that. So your back, the lumbar, is flat at the wall, and I'm lifting up from the pubic bone. Then here, from here, I'm going to stretch the arms up on the wall. Yeah, it's not as easy as it might sound. And then from there, maintaining that as I straighten the legs. Yeah? You get that? So this is very good for your postural work. Okay, so upper body at the wall, feet slightly away. Keep your knees in line with your hips. Don't let your knees play out too wide. You can keep your feet hip width apart and slide down the wall just slightly. So your knees are over your ankles. They're not going over, but they're in line with your ankles when you bend your knees. Roll the shoulders back, keep the whole back body, the back of the head at the wall. And see if your lower back is touching the wall. Yeah. Can you bring the floating ribs back to the wall more? Floating ribs back so that the lumbar is at the wall. The whole back is flat on the wall. And you're lifting from the pubic bone, from the bottom of the pelvic floor, lifting. Yeah. And then maintaining that so you can squeeze the hips towards each other, keep that lift as you stretch the arms forward. And up to the ceiling, palms face forward. Yeah, can you bring your hands all the way to the wall without collapsing the lumbar forward? Yeah. How much can you take your hands to the wall? And then slowly from there, begin to straighten the legs with the arms up. But try not to, yeah, so try not to collapse the lower back away from the floor, away from the wall. All right, and then you can release the arms down. Not as easy as it looks. We'll do it one more time. This time, take your feet a little closer to the wall. Yeah, not too far away from the wall, but a little bit away makes it easier. All right, so the whole back body is at the wall. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the back of the head at the wall. And again, bend your knees just a little bit. So your knees are over your ankles. Roll the shoulders back. And then bring your floating ribs back to the wall. Yeah, so fill that gap where the lumbar is. Keep it at the wall. And then again, stretch the arms forward and up to the ceiling. As you stretch the arms, don't let your lower back come away from the wall, but keep it at the wall. Go on, Marianne. Take your arms up and back more if you can. And see how that see, because of the stiffness in the shoulders, how the lumbar wants to collapse away from the wall. Can you keep it there? And then from there, slowly, begin to straighten the legs, keeping your lower back at the wall. Keep the arms at the wall. And just see how that feels. So this is how, yeah, so this is making you straighter, how you should be. All right, and then you can take your arms back down and step yourselves away from the wall and just see how you feel. Have a look. You're going to come to a couple of standing poses. And just, you're going to do them this way, a little different. So I've got 2 breaks. Yeah, 1 break at the wall and the other behind with my hand. And I'm going to, so the right foot will be, so the leg, the front leg, is going to be at the wall. And I'm going to start a little higher at the wall, sliding the foot down. I'm trying to get the heel all the way to the wall as much as I can. Then I'm walking the other foot away. Yeah, so the front foot is up on the brick and also the heel is at the wall. So I'm really stretching the back of the calf and the Achilles tendon. Right? Then I'm going to stretch my right arm up, extending, lengthening the whole right side of the body. And then taking the fingers to the wall and lengthening up so that the spine is lengthening. The side body is lengthening. Then the other arm up towards the wall also. And then from here, the right hand goes down. And the left hand presses against the wall, and it's helping me to turn the spine up more. Yeah, makes sense? Okay, go. I'll talk you through it. So the brick is facing the wall, the other standing up behind. You may need, these are those on top of each other, they are narrow. All right, and then so that the right foot is facing the wall, and you're going to, it's easier if you bring the sole of the foot on the wall above, and you're going to slide it down. So as you slide it down on the brick, you want to bring the heel all the way to the wall. So your toes are, the whole of the sole of the foot is on the wall. Michelle, the whole of the sole of the foot is on the wall. Am I making sense to you? Yeah, so how much can you bring the heel as close to the wall as you possibly can? And and if you can't be all the way there, when you take start taking your left foot back, so heel toes back away from the wall, and you might see that then you can take your heel a little closer still. Yeah, toes are pointing up to the ceiling, and you're on the center of the heel. Come on, Michelle, stand up. What's going on? All right, ready? So pull up the knees, especially the right knee, pull it up. Keep your left hand on the hip to start and stretch your right arm up towards the ceiling, lengthening the sides of the body, extend through the tips of the fingers, palm faces away from you. And then from the hip, yeah, so start to go towards the wall, but lengthen all the way from the hip. So you're lengthening the side of the body all the way from the hip up. Take your fingertips to the wall, and as if you want to walk the hand up higher. And with that, so the spine is lengthening. Spine is lengthening. Okay, and then stretch your left arm out, turn your palm up, stretch your arm up towards the ceiling, and you're going to bring the hand to the wall, to the other. So left hand goes to the right hand, both arms lengthening up the wall. So the spine is straight and both sides of the body are long. And then keep your left hand on the wall as you take your right hand down on your brick or on the leg if the brick is too low. Keep pressing the left fingertips against the wall and the right hand down to help you turn the abdomen, to turn the chest up even higher. So turning more. Breathing. You could be a little wider with the feet, Maria. Taking your left foot back more to be wider. I'm just noticing how this feels. Liam, are your feet in line with each other? It looks like the back foot is back more of the front one. They need to be in line, so the front heel is in line with the back instep, the foot of the back, yeah? The instep of the back foot, yeah, that's better. All right, then as you inhale, come back up. Now bring your feet together, see how you feel having done one side. It's quite interesting to feel the difference. Okay, and then you're going to, you can turn towards the wall first, and stepping your left foot on the brick, and start a little higher with the foot, and then sliding the heel down, yeah, until you are on your brick, but trying to keep the heel on the wall as well. And then walk in the right foot back, heel toes, be on the center of the left heel, toes are pointing up. And if you need, so if the heel is slightly away, now is your chance to maybe bring it a little closer still. So really good stretch on the calf, the Achilles tendon. If you sometimes get cramps in the calves, this will help you. All right, and then stretch your left arm up to the ceiling, palm away from you. And take your fingertips to the wall, lengthening from the hip all the way up through the tips of the fingers, and turn the chest away from the wall. And then stretch your right arm out to the side, turn the palm up, stretch your arm up, and then join the hands at the wall. Turning, abdomen, chest turning. Keep your right hand there as you bring your left hand down to the brick or to your leg. And once the hand is down, from there you can anchor it down to turn from the bottom shoulder. Top shoulder back. And as you press the tips of the fingers against the wall, you're turning still, turning. How much can you turn the chest to look up at the ceiling? Front knee straight, Tori. Front knee. Or is it straight? Maybe it is. Seeing something different. Yeah. And so the chest is looking up, not at the wall in front. All right. Then as you breathe out, you can come back down and release. I'm realizing that my plan is quite ambitious, as ever. We are going to do Parsvakonasana in the same way, or in a similar way. So again, this time, so you have a look. So I'm starting with the foot above my brick, to slide down, and then stepping the left foot back. This time, because this knee is bending, into a right angle, the heel can't be over the floor, just impossible. But just try to keep it as near the wall as you can, to get that stretch, and have a break on the front edge of the foot. So you're making a right angle, stretching your right arm up, and again on the wall. And then like before, stretching the other arm on the wall, and then taking your right hand down to the brick in front of the foot, because it helps you to bring the knee back. Pressing the left fingertips against the wall, and then turning the chest. Yeah, so it's nice, it's strong in a good way, creating a lot of stability in your hip and your knee. Lengthen the calf muscle. Okay, so sliding the right foot down the wall and trying to keep the heel as near the wall as you can, even though it will come away now. Stepping your left foot back, so toes, heel, toes, heel, toes, heel, so you have a good distance between the 2 feet. Again, make sure your feet are in line. And then, so upper body is upright. As you exhale, you're going to bend the front knee. Bend the front knee to make a right angle. And if you need to, so if your heel is too close to the wall, you will have to take it away slightly to make a right angle in the front knee. Yeah, and just see how that feels, so that the foot is up. And then stretch your right arm up, fingers away from you. And lengthen through the tips of the fingers. Take your hand on the wall. Trying to walk your fingers up even higher, lengthening from the hip all the way up through the tips of the fingers. Turn the abdomen, turn the chest up. Go down a bit lower in the hip, Marianne. So you go down lower in the hip, bending the knee more. And then stretching your left arm out, palm up towards the ceiling, and join the hands at the wall. So both sides of the body are lengthening. So front knee is bent now, Mary. Front knee bent. Yeah, so it's a different pose. Back leg straight, front knee bent. Then taking your right hand down to the brick in front of the foot. Right hand in front of the foot this time. And that helps you. So the elbow is helping the knee to go back. Turn the abdomen up, turn the chest up, front leg, right angle. You've straightened your leg now, Marianne. Front leg should be making a right angle. Yeah, front leg is bent in a right angle, Michelle. Front leg, right angle. Front leg is bent. Front leg should be bent. More. Right? And then as you press the top hand, the tips of the fingers at the wall, from there, how much can you turn the spine up? Turn the chest up. Bottom shoulder blade, deep against the back ribs and turning. And as the elbow pushes the knee back, the buttock is squeezing into the body, helping you to turn. Breathe, enjoy. It's good for you. So the top hand, Mary, should be at the wall. All right, then as you exhale, come down. Bring your feet together and turn around to the second side. All right, so this time you're gonna have your left foot sliding down the wall. Trying to keep the heel as near the wall as you can. As you step your right foot back, heel, toes, stepping back. On your breath out, and you're going to bend the front knee. If you need to take the heel away from the wall a little more, then do. But make a right angle in the front leg. Left leg should be making a right angle, and your right leg, your back leg is straight. Yeah. And then stretch your left arm up towards the ceiling. Palm faces away from you. Lengthening the left side of the body as you take your fingertips to the wall. And walk your hand up even higher. And keep the front leg in a right angle. And as you press the fingers against the wall, how much can you turn the chest up? Turn the chest away from the wall, Tori, away from the wall. Then from there, stretch your right arm out, turn your palm up towards the ceiling. Bring your arm overhead like you would in the classical pose. Palm faces down, bring your hands together on the wall. Lengthen both sides of the body. And then take your left hand down to the brick in front of the foot. Bend the front knee more, Michelle. Bend the front leg should be in a right angle. Yeah. And Bernie as well. Front leg should be bent in the right angle. And then with the elbow, you're pushing the knee back. The buttock is squeezing in, the bottom buttock. As you press the fingers at the wall, the top fingers at the wall, turn the abdomen, turn the chest up. Breathe, top shoulder back, back leg is strong. Feel what's happening. Enjoy, breathe. All right, and then as you inhale, come back up. Okay, bring your feet back together. Feel how you are. Just standing in Tadasana. Yeah, so you may feel that you are quite grounded now through your feet, yeah, through the heels. Okay. Now, Uttanasana. Keep your two bricks ready. You will have the buttocks at the wall, taking the feet slightly away from the wall to make it easier. Coming forward from the hips, having two bricks for your hands. To concave the back once more. Yeah, so fingertips down the brick, rolling the shoulders back, lengthening through the front body, making the back concave. And then taking the hands down more if you can. And then we're going to kind of do parsva or a twist in Uttanasana in the forward bend. So you're going to take your left hand, have a look, to the outside to get hold of the outside of the right leg and your right hand on the wall, and then trying to take the head to the outside of the right leg. That makes sense. I'll show you one more time from the front. Yeah, so imagine my buttocks are at the wall. I'm here first, and then I'm gonna take my left hand to the outside of the left shin, and then the fingertips at the side. And now I'm pulling myself towards the left. Yeah, and then forward, and then to the other side. Try. So both buttocks are against the wall evenly, and your feet are slightly away from the wall. Yeah, so feet away from the wall, it will make it easier for you. Take your feet away from the wall a little more. Michelle, feet away from the wall. And then fingertips, so have the bricks standing up under your shoulders, press the fingertips down, roll the shoulders back, and concave the upper back, concave. Yeah, meaning make a back bend with the upper back, make your collarbone smile again. So the sitting bones should be at the wall, Marianne, sitting bones at the wall. Bricks under your shoulders, roll the shoulders back and look up with the chest. See if you can get some action in the upper back. All right, then from there, you're going to take your left hand and catch the outside of the right shin. And take your right fingertips to the wall beside you on the right side. And as you pull with your hand, pull at the right leg and bring your head closer to the outer right leg. Your head closer. But see what's happening to the buttocks. So both buttocks should be still at the wall. Are they at the wall? Evenly still. Breathing. And then inhaling, coming back to center. You can come back to your bricks. Fingertips down, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Yeah, so again, concave in the upper back, but keep your buttocks at the wall, Marianne, to make it easier. Yeah, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. All right, and then bringing your right hand to the outside of the left shin. Bringing your, am I right? And right hand, you're turning to the left side now. So your left hand is by the side of you. Yeah. And then pulling yourself with your right hand, pulling yourself closer to the outer left leg. And as you press your right fingers against the wall, there you turn. Or your left fingertips. Both buttocks are at the wall, so is your right buttock staying at the wall. And then come back to center. Have your fingertips on the bricks, roll the shoulders back. Again, concave the back. And then can you just hang down in Uttanasana? Yes, can you come? You can still sit with the buttocks at the wall. Can you just hang, holding the elbows? All right, and then inhale, slowly come up. One more pose. Oh dear, my plan was much longer. I have to keep it for next time. So from the side, we're going to do Parsvottanasana like this. So again, concentrating on that concave back. Yeah, so I'm starting with the hands on the bricks. And the buttocks should be right over the heel, not this way. Yeah, and they need to stay right over the heels. Rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest up, again concave the back first. Then from here, walking the bricks forward to create space in the spine. But I'm not doing this, not this. I'm keeping the buttocks where they are. And then from there, with that spaciousness you created in the spine, taking the hands back in line with the feet. And if you need something for the head, you can have something for the head. Or if not, you don't, and you go down. Yeah? So in stages. So first have the bricks underneath your shoulders. Roll the shoulders back, look up with the chest, concave the upper back. Make your legs strong. Lift the buttocks high and don't let the buttocks come forward. They stay in line with your heels. Then from there, begin to walk your bricks forward. Your hands on the bricks, walking forward, keeping the legs firm, lifting the buttocks high. So your hands are coming forward, but not your buttocks. Your buttocks stay exactly as they are now. Yeah, so go as far forward as you can. So you want straight line from the buttocks all the way to the wrists. It's a nice stretch. Strong legs, pulling up the knees, buttocks high, breathing. So the more space now you create in the spine, the lower the head will be able to go. Yeah. And then from there, so see if you can take your hands down in line with your feet. First with your arms straight, look up with the chest, look up, concave the back still, with the hands down this time. Yeah. And then bend the elbows back and see how far the head will go. So the higher the buttocks go, the lower the upper body will be able to go. I think, Lisa, you could be wider with your feet. Tori, you'll be able to go down lower with the head, can't you? Yeah. Come on, for you, you could even have the hands on the chair. It is a restful pose. Elbows towards each other, elbows, and so your wrists, your elbows should be in line with your shoulders. All right, and then as you breathe in, you can take your hands forward again, looking up with the chest, hands to your hips, come up to standing. I'm gonna have to wind down. It's nearly 8:45. So we will do just the twist lying down first, and then we will do relaxation. So if you have a belt, so we are going to do Parsvakonasana. Yeah, so let me just quickly remind you what this is. I'm going to lie down on your back, pulling the belt with the hands by the sides. Yeah, so I put my belt underneath the shoulders. So the belt is a good indicator if my hands are in the right height, in line with the shoulders. And then I'm lifting my knees up towards the chest. Yeah. And I'm not, the feet are not like this, but the heels are extended. And then taking both legs to the right side, keeping them together, rolling the abdomen away from the legs. And then coming back. And then the other side. Trying to keep the opposite shoulder down as you go from side to the other side. Okay? All right, so pull the belt with the hands. Let's see what that does for you. How it helps you to open the chest, keeping the shoulders down. Lift your knees all the way up to the chest. Keep your toes up, heels extending. And then squeezing the hips in towards one another as you exhale. Take both legs to the right side. But imagine as if you only have one leg. So one is not kind of slipping down. Both stay together. They aim towards the elbow. The arms need to come up higher, Liam. Hands up higher, yeah. And knees up higher. Keeping both shoulders down. Breathe. And then inhale, take your legs back up to center. Lift your knees up higher. And then as you exhale, taking both legs to the other side. Lifting the knees up higher towards the chest. Rolling the abdomen away from the legs. Keeping your both shoulders down as much as you can. Knees up higher towards the chest. Lisa, knees up higher, knees up towards the chest. Yeah, as much as you can, because eventually, yeah, you're trying to aim towards the elbow. And then inhale, coming back to center. We'll do one more time. Grip your hips towards one another, extend through your arms, pulling the belt. Exhale, take both legs to the right side, aiming high with the knees towards the elbow. Roll the abdomen away from the legs, keeping both shoulders down. And then inhaling, coming back to center. Lift your knees up higher. And one last time, as you exhale, taking both legs to your left side, taking your knees up high towards the elbow, roll the abdomen away from the legs, keeping the right shoulder down. And then inhaling, come back to center. And then take your feet to the floor, and you can start to prepare for your well-deserved relaxation. Make sure that you have everything you need, that you are warm. And you can do it whichever way that speaks to you. You can have the lower legs on the chair. Should your lower back be a bit twingy after maybe not doing very much in summer. Or whatever, if you want bolster under your knees, whatever you need, get it ready. And make sure to be warm so that you are comfortable. And start to let go. So first making sure though that you are aligned properly, that you are in a straight line so that the body can relax easily. If you need something for the back of the head, making sure that your chin is down lower than the forehead. And feel that you're on the very center of the back of the head. Closing the eyes from top to bottom, from the brain down towards the heart. Relax the face or the facial muscles. Widen the space between the eyebrows. Soften the eyelids, let the eyes move down away from the eyelids. As if you had eyes at the back of the head, looking out through the darkness of the skull. Relax the jaws, the tongue, the throat. Let yourself feel the contact between the back body and the floor, from head to feet and feet to head. Feeling all the touch points between the back body and the floor, the whole plane of the body on the floor at once. And as you breathe out, softening the abdomen, let it fall down completely. Letting go of any remaining tension, softening the whole front body, and let it fall down towards the back body. Just allow yourself to surrender. There's no need to try and kind of create some sense of new relaxation, but just allow yourself to surrender to that which is already there, the stillness, the aware presence that is always there, but very often obscured by our thoughts, by tension in the body. So just let go is all you've got to do. I'm just gonna finish with a poem by Thomas Merton. And just don't think about it. Just let it wash over you in whichever way it does. So when the shoe fits, the foot is forgotten. When the belt fits, the belly is forgotten. When the heart is right, for and against are forgotten. No drives, no compulsions, no needs, no attractions. Then your affairs are under control, and you are a free human. Easy is right, begin right, and you are easy. Continue easy, and you are right. The right way to go easy is to forget the right way, and forget that the going is easy. With that, I'm going to leave you. I hope you all have a really wonderful sleep and good week. And I shall see you all next week. Good night.